Our last topic of Search or Destroy has to do with the great rivalry that is ACHES and Crimsix. In a video featuring ACHES and Enable, a fan tweeted to the Evil Genius's star asking how it felt that Crim left him and has won double the events ACHES has. ACHES' response? If I made the move Crim did, which is basically the same as KD going to the Warriors, I probably would have won every event on that team, and I wouldn't have gotten beat by him at any of the COD champs and got 7th, 8th, twice. End quote. Okay, Maven, you're up first. Offense or defense? ACHES would have every event won if he was on OpTic instead of Crim.
I'm going to go on offense. People forget how this team formed. Formal and Crim came over together. Formal was on an MB team that was dominating at the time. Crim convinces him to come over with him. Formal might not be part of this equation if it's ACHES going over, so this team doesn't enter into that dominating period as quickly as they do in the first place. But if you just want to argue Crim versus ACHES, I think Crim's a better player. I think he's the better leader. I think this team might have been torn apart from the inside if it was ACHES the one making the decision. So, I don't know. I'm going to side with Crim on this. They won so many darn tournaments. It's bordering on impossible. I like delusional confidence, but Pat, come on, buddy. This was a bit crazy.
That's it. Okay. Maven's against the idea. Ben's chuckling. Benson?
Oh, I have the hardest one to argue here, that's for sure. But of course, I have to argue the defensive side, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Pat's a phenomenal leader, part of one of the biggest dynasties in Call of Duty history, so you can't argue skill, especially at that time, too. I think for sure they would have won tons and tons of championships. The one thing I will say, though, is you could have thrown anybody on that team, and they would have won championships. Hell, you could have put Sensor on their team, me, probably even Jack, Clint, any of us. I don't think it matters. I think that would have been a championship caliber team. That's the amount of quality that they have stacked around them. So for me, I think, yeah, sure, they probably would have won championships. As many, who knows?
That is it. Yeah, so
I think I agree with him once they got rid of Nade Shot.
No, definitely. I think that's the case too. We've seen this team together for so long now. I think everyone kind of associates this roster team with kind of when it's pre or post Nade Shot. Now it's kind of like the post Nade Shot roster. I'm gonna side with Ben here, and here's why. Here's why. If you throw ACHES into that lineup with the clutch factor he's had and the ability to just be ice cold at the biggest events like champs, and then you just say, I mean, I think we kind of all agree.
More wins? Yeah, all right.
You could put him into that lineup and still see success. Crim has really come into that major dominant role. Now, most recently in Call of Duty World War II, where he's been the star of the lineup. ACHES wouldn't have needed to be the star in the fast-paced advanced movement games. He could have been that guy with the clutch factor they need. Obviously, the leadership and veteran play style. Would they butt heads maybe a little bit more? Yeah, but, you know, Crim also likes to, share his thoughts a lot with his team. Benson, advantage there. We're giving Ben 5 points. Maven, you're getting 0 for that one. The fact that you didn't win it with probably the easier argument, get out of my face.